It's the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. How are you all doing this thunder of a Thursday evening? I, myself, am doing absolutely fabulous. And you too can be fabulous if you detach yourself from the matrix system. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, hell, even the young lady or young man that's standing at the bus stop waiting to go to work just like yourself. It is a terrific way to jumpstart your conversation with someone that you know or don't know. And this particular conversation will happen to be about Daniel Cruz. Now, if you all are not familiar with Daniel Cruz is a 41-year-old black male from Chicago that took a trip up to Rochester, New York to visit family members. The day after he arrived in Rochester, New York, he was found running down the street naked in the middle of the night. And if you look at the video, there was flurries of little snow coming down. This man is handcuffed in the middle of the street, balls and all. And he was saying some irrational things. In fact, he was telling the police officers to give him their gun he needed. He was talking about Jesus. He was talking about all type of crazy things and spitting. Now, however, his family members are the ones who called the police for help. But remember when I told you that you should never call the police on another black man or black woman for help, because every time you call the police, somebody gets killed. I mean, you don't have to believe me. Just check the records. Just check the records, okay? Not only is somebody going to jail, somebody end up dead, as in this case. And why is he dead? Because as the police officers had him there naked in the middle of the night on the concrete, they put a bag over his head, a hood, because he was spitting. They even said that he had the coronavirus. Now, the video did not stipulate that. Now, mind you, this incident took place on March 23rd of this year, going on 6 months. And just as of today, the officers were suspended. Just as of today, when the body cam footage was released. It took you all 5 months to release this body cam footage. And then the Attorney General said that we are investigating continuously. It takes you 5 months to investigate this here. Now just think, if you put a hood over a police officer's head and you suffocate him, would you be investigated 5 months? Not to mention the fact, why is it that when all of these things occur, why is it always Caucasian police who are at the helm of this? I'm just saying, where are all of the black police officers? And it seems to me that they want to make them police officers, because many of these black police officers are chiefs of police stations or the police departments now. And their white employees, white subjects, are the ones who are killing these black men and black women and are getting away with it. Up until this very day, had it not been for the Attorney General these 7 individuals would not have been suspended. It takes you 5 months. And Governor Cuomo says that he hasn't even seen the footage. Really? But after he's seen it, he said that he wants an immediate investigation. What do you think about that? This shit here is outrageous and unacceptable. Unacceptable. Now, how is it that the police officers are to enforce the law when many of them don't even know the law? Check it out. How many years does it take a lawyer to go to school and pass the bar exam? 8 to 9 years, right? How long does it take a police officer to go to school to become a police officer? And what education must he or she have? Well, let me tell you. Some states only require a high school diploma and a GED. With 16 weeks of training from some police academy to become a police officer to enforce a law that they don't even know. Then you have some states who prefer that you have some type of post-secondary college credits. They prefer, and some require. So you have some that just requires a high school diploma or a GED, and some prefer that you have a bachelor's or some type of post-secondary education. And the third, hell, how many weeks? 16 weeks. That's only 4 months of police academy to uphold or enforce a law that it takes lawyers 8 to 9 years to learn. And you wonder why we are in this condition. Where are all of the black police officers? Every time this occurs, you have a white police officer killing a black man. In fact, has anybody seen any black policemen in the vicinity when any of this take place? Now, however, I did see one black police captain in Atlanta when they shot that boy in that, was it Wendy's parking lot in Atlanta? When the black chief came over and asked the police, is he all right? And told him to go home to his family and that he's going to take care of everything. Consoling the white police officer who just shot the black man there in Wendy's parking lot in Atlanta. You think about that. Think about what I said about the level of education. I want to say that again real fast, though, so that you can get it. It takes a lawyer 8 to 9 years to become a lawyer, and you can only have a high school diploma or GED to meet the requirements of being a police officer. But some police officers department prefer that you have a bachelor's or a post-secondary degree education, but then only give you 16 weeks of police academy training versus the 8 or 9 years that it takes a lawyer to understand the law, and it only takes you 16 weeks. I'm just saying. Can anybody agree with me on that? Am I making any kind of sense here? Where are all of the black applicable men and women that can become police officers? Any young black man, young black woman that meets the requirements or qualified to become a police officer? Because we're in serious trouble while you all are out there bullshitting, going to school for something or a position that's not going to help protect your people. You all see what's going on, but yet you don't want to become a police officer, and you continuously get slaughtered by these white police officers. I can't even call them police officers, I just call them the KKK, because they always get away. And we deal with a white supremacist system here in America. What do you all think? And out of all of the times that this footage has leaked, is now. And I'm glad that it's now, because it should have never happened. So now, all of these police officers, I want to challenge you to keep all of these police officers' names and the names of the black men and black women that they have murdered and slaughtered. And I want you to look at how many of those officers were found guilty. So you see why white America, why not only black people are frustrated, angry, and are at the brink of really retaliating, because they've already started here in Chicago. They've already started shooting police in Chicago. I remember a couple of years back when they shot those police in New York. But I guess then that they didn't get the message. They are sending black men and black women a message subliminally. I highly recommend that you defend yourself at all costs. That you defend yourself at all costs. If someone is willing to take your life from you, you should be willing to have the nuts and the balls enough to take theirs. If you can. When the police come and roll through your hood, have a strategy set up, because the white people have a strategy set up when you come into their neighborhoods. They are on code. So black people, get on code. If it's 2 police with how many rounds in each shot, in each gun, and it's 50 of you all standing out there, they can't kill all 50. Let me all know what you think. This is another example of KKK policing here in America. Other people from other countries are dying to get to this country because you black men and black women are being replaced by immigrants. In fact, we're being ruled by immigrants. I just had to throw that in. It's your brother, MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. Let me all know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for viewing. And remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry.